Just feels great to be back in the locker room with the guys, be around everybody, and just know that what we have in store and, ready to take on a big year. For me personally, it's just going to be more comfortable. I already feel more comfortable, and it's just, it being the second year. Your first year, you don't know which way to go in the hotel. You don't know where the rooms are, but now everything's just comfortable. So you just kind of come in and you hone in on ball. But for us as a team, I think we just have to approach it with a chip on our shoulder.
Is the structure going to be about the same, do you think, or do you think that's going to be? Can you tell if he's going to be a lot different than what you last week?
I can't tell yet. I'll figure out a lot more tomorrow. We'll see. Tomorrow will kind of set the tone of what's going to play out the rest of camp.
Do you sense the buzz with Cliff and Kyler? There's a lot of, it seems like, national intrigue with this team.
Yeah, there's a lot of unknowns, but the potential that we have is very high. I think that's why there's a lot of intrigue, with people around the league, with what we got, and I think we know what we have, and we're just excited to develop it, throughout camp.
Christian, when you say you know what you have,
we're all kind of all over the place. We're all training in different areas and whatnot. But just getting on the phone with him and whatnot. There are some things that we kind of had to tweak. Offensively when it comes to verbiage and signals and stuff like that. So, we're just happy to pick it back up, get on the field, and actually get those live reps.
Christian, what impressed you most about Kyler during the OTAs and mini camps?
What was that one more time?
What impressed you most about Kyler during the OTAs and mini camps?
I think just his sense to be able to step in, be comfortable. He knows the role that he's in. He knows, the role that he has to take on. Stepping in and being a rookie quarterback, a starter in this league. Obviously, knowing the offense, being able to play in it before has been able to help him. But just to take, everything as a learning curve and, take the criticism, move on from it, and use it to build. So he's progressed fast, and, he will even more in training camp.
In that sense, does he seem older than he is?
100%. You see the maturity, you see the swagger, the way he carries himself. He has a different kind of aura that he gives off. So it's been good. It's good for guys to rally around and be comfortable with.
Christian, did you do anything fun this summer?
Did I do anything fun this summer? Oh man, yeah. I actually went to Vancouver, Canada, with a couple of guys. Within my agency, our agent took us out there, and I got to take a helicopter up to a glacier. So that was cool. We had some lunch up there waiting for us too. So that was cool. We got treated. So that was probably the best memory of the summer.
Christian, you've seen this offense firsthand when you were in college. What is going to be the biggest obstacle converting it to the NFL?
I think number one to me is establishing a run game, getting David going, getting the offensive line going, and if we can really establish a run game and so they make sure they have to defend that, then it opens everything up. Then it opens up our RPOs, our play action, and it makes Kyler more of a threat with him being able to pull it and then pull it as well and throw it. So I think number one starts with the run game and up front.
How much is pass first, run second, though?
It's 50-50, especially in this offense. It's just so versatile. And so, it depends on game plan wise, but it really does hone off of, starting with the run game.
And Christian, we heard a lot about the tempo that Kyler likes to run, especially in this offense. Is it always going to be up tempo, or do you think there'll be times where maybe you go no huddle, but you settle down at the line of scrimmage, run out, get close to the end of the play clock, and set things like that?
Yeah, I think we're going to kind of set our own tempo. Like you said, I think we will be majority no huddle, but we will slow things down. I don't think we're always going to try to get the ball off in 5 seconds because that wears you guys out pretty fast. But it just depends on how we're dictating the game. If we're going to rip off an explosive play, obviously like most teams, you'll want to get back on the ball and get another play snap just to catch the defense off guard. So we're just feeling them out, feeling how the defense is playing us, and then we'll dictate our own tempo.
How much leeway will Kyler have at the line of scrimmage, do you think?
A lot. I think Cliff kind of gives him the reins, and if he sees something and he feels it, then he has the ability to go ahead and change it. And he's smart. He knows 3rd down and 1. If we need to get that 1 yard, we're not checking fade balls. But he's smart. He knows what to do. He has a good feel for the offense.
Christian, what does he need to do to gain the confidence of veterans?
I think just his approach. And it comes with in game, with what he does when he steps on the field. During preseason and week 1. Doing it during practice obviously gives you some type of comfort and confidence. But when the lights come out on Sunday, that's when you really have to show up and play. And so we're all confident in what he can do. So we're excited, for him to take the field. When the lights really come on, it all matters.
Christian, you think that's because regular season, but what about camp? What does he need to do here?
Yeah, I think he just needs to keep building off from where he was when we left minicamp. He left at a great spot, and I think he needs to keep building. Our defense, Vance does a good job of showing him a lot of different coverages and schemes and blitz schemes, and so he needs to keep seeing that and keep learning from those because that'll set him up going into the season.
Christian, because there are so many new guys in offense, new head coach, quarterback, receivers, it will be advantageous to get more reps than normal in the preseason games?
Yeah, for sure. It's kind of similar to last year. We were very young last year as well, but we're even more young. And so it's going to be, very advantageous for us to make sure our guys are getting out there, getting a feel for the offense, getting a feel for running it against a different person, lining up against a different color. So that for sure is going to help us.
Some of the analysts actually say they expect Kyler to tear it up from week one. How realistic is that?
I think it's pretty realistic because he's done it at every level that he's been at. He did it in high school as a freshman. He did it in college as a freshman and went on to win the Heisman. And so the kid knows how to play football, and he just goes out there and wins. So that's the attitude, that he takes. And, he's going to do everything in his power to put our team in the best position to win. And so, I think it's pretty realistic.
As a receiver, are you excited about this offense?
I can't wait. I can't wait. I smile about it every time just because, selfishly as a receiver, I know how much we're putting the ball in the air, and just how dynamic, we can be. And so the sky's the limit for us, and we're just excited to take on camp.
Did you fear it at all?
The run test?
Yeah,
No, man. No, if you've been training, you'll be fine. They don't make it too hard to wear you.
Jordan, I know it's OTAs and mini camps, but what did you see out of Kyler in the spring? As a
Man,
defensive player?
yeah, super dynamic playmaker. And I know a lot of people doubt his ability to see in the pocket. This dude throws some dimes in the pocket. So super impressed by him, excited to see him with live bullets.
Does the run test make it exciting where you're like, okay, this is it. This is kind of the start of football season. It's finally here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the first step to, this long process and this long journey we have ahead of us. But it really is never finished, so it's just the first step to the process that lasts the whole season.
I know you're a family guy. Did you do anything exciting over the summer?
It went to Hawaii, took a trip to Maui right after minicamp. And then after that, man, it was training and spending time with my son. He's 10 months now, so a lot of things going on.
Did you do any snorkeling or something like that?
What's that?
Any snorkeling or anything in the works in Hawaii?
No, I did not, actually. I stayed by the pool, by the beach. First time at the kiddie pool with this too, man. Goodness gracious, that's a first, so had a good time.
Are you sensing any extra hype, attention? I know it's first day, but just with Kyler and Cliff and everything new and the eyes that'll be on this camp?
I don't know. It's hard for me to say since, I'm new as well. There's definitely a sense of urgency, excitement, just to get out there and see how everything, comes together. Like I said, this is the first step of a process, but, we've got a clean slate and we get to, write it the way we want to. So it's exciting.
What do you think of the setup here? What do you think of setup, the hotel and the field and the stadium?
Yeah, it's different. I like it though. I like it. It's my first time in the stadium, since being on the team. So, or ever. We never played here or anything. So, it's exciting to see it. It's exciting to see where we'll be, on Sundays, and just ready to get going.
Jordan, the RPO possibilities they have here with Kyler, how much does that stress the defense?
Too much, man. It's hard. It's hard. And then with the ability for him to run, you get a lot of different looks. And as a linebacker who's got to read keys, it throws a lot off. So, they gave us some fits during camp that we had to go in and talk about specifically this play. This is your responsibility. And at the end of the day, somebody has to make a play. That's really what it comes down to because they've got somebody for everybody. For a blocker for every man. So. Got to be physical at the point of attack and get off if you want to make a play against this offense.
There's a lot of talk about the air raid not transitioning well to the NFL. Do you see a problem with this, with Cliff's offense making it in the NFL?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think if you can play, you can play, no matter what offense is called. I've been in a bunch of different defenses since college. The same defense that, works one time might not work another time, and a lot of it has to do with preparation. A lot of it has to do with the guys you got on the field. So as long as it translates, it's and you got the guys to run it, I see absolutely zero problem.
What are the biggest obstacles a rookie quarterback who's going to be thrown right into the defensive pool faces?
Speed of the game, speed of the guys out there, reads, everything is just faster. My first game, and I only played special teams that game, it was a blur. I can't imagine being a quarterback. That's why they get paid the big bucks, right? So You know, I think he's going to do a great job, though. You know, I have full confidence in him. It's going to be exciting, man. I think he's going to excel in this league.
Jordan, with so much of the game as a defensive player being played in space now, is practicing against this type of offense, I mean, how much will that benefit you guys defensively?
Yeah, I mean, going against 10 personnel as a linebacker, you know, having to cover Christian Kirk, you know, like when do you ever get that in the game? You know, you change personnel in a game, but in practice you got to get your reps. So, you know, when I'm out here and you know, I'm going against guys that are better and faster and have better cuts and can catch better, you know, than what I'm probably going to go against. And so, helps a lot. Helps your angles, helps the way you play, technique. But you know, I think that's a personal challenge for all of us is making the most of every rep, because it's easy to come out here and just, you know, half do everything if you want to just make it through instead of making every rep count.
What are your impressions of Hassan as you've gotten to know him the last few months?
Hassan is a smart, physical, strong man. He is athletic as they come. You know, I expect big things from him this year. He's going to be a key force for this defense. Somebody who can fly around sideline to sideline, come downhill and hit you. So, yeah, I've seen Hassan on tape before. I like the way he plays.
You chuckled a little bit about Christian Kirk, but what about him impresses you?
Christian?
Yeah.
That dude can beat anybody downfield, and he is fast, man. I'll tell you what. He gets in and out of his breaks like, you know, nobody I've seen. So he's a great athlete, great player, great work ethic too. Really good work ethic.
How much pressure is on you guys to know that you have to replace Patrick Peterson for 6 games in the regular season? What's that do to the rest of the defense?
It's the NFL. You know, at the end of the day, injuries are going to happen. Things like that are going to happen. It's the league. You know, you move on. You continue to fight. You plug guys in. You know, and when he gets back, it's going to make us that much better. You know, you get that depth and that experience, and reps are valuable. You know, every rep on this field matters. So, you know, at the end of the day, you just continue to work and make it better.
Talked about you're new. You're not the only one that's new. New quarterback, new coach.
Yeah.
Does it make it a smoother transition for you because you're not the only one kind of learning on the fly, so to speak?
Yeah, I mean, in some sense, I guess. Transition is transition, though. You know, at the end of the day, we're picking up and moving to a completely new place and learning a completely new defense and, you know, having to gel with new guys. So, again, it's a clean slate. It's exciting. It's exciting to be here. It's exciting to know that we're heading in the right direction.
It was really exciting. I mean, especially being in this atmosphere of the stadium, it's pretty unreal.
You got a crowd out there cheering for the offense and screaming and yelling?
Yeah, absolutely. Never had that at practice, and just being in this huge stadium is awesome.
Kyler said earlier you guys had a race and he won $20 from you. Is that true?
Just let him say what he wants to say.
Andy, I've talked to a few guys. Hakeem, David Johnson. They all say you're the fastest guy on the team. You known about that as a rookie, so what's that like?
I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I guess. I mean, but I'm just gonna keep working.
What's it been like just getting to know Kyler, playing with him? What's kind of the personality the offense is taking on?
He's fun to work with him. He's like pushes us. He like makes you want to work harder, and he's focused. So it's fun to work with him.
What's the competition like amongst you guys? Not just the rookies, but all the receivers. Per se, love to keep as many as possible.
Yeah, I mean, everyone like it's such a great group. I mean, everyone's playing hard and stuff. That everyone's excited to be here, and everyone you could just tell them is focused. Everyone is in the meetings and everything.
He said that everybody's got to learn everybody else's position, inside, outside, cross. What do you think of that? Is that how it's been day one already?
No, they're moving us around a lot, but we're just slowly picking things up and just keep building on what we built in the spring.
Did you see Larry's one-handed catch today?
Yep.
What you make of it? Seeing it up close now?
It's awesome. Just getting to watch Larry and learn from him and just being a part of the same team as he is, it's pretty special.
What's the strength of the group?
I think it's a great core. I mean, all the guys are really focused, and you could just tell. I mean, just you got how everyone's got to be focused. I mean, I think Larry sets a tone, and everyone's followed behind him.
Have you made any more meals for the offensive linemen?
No, not yet.
What's it like going through camp as a rookie? What's it like for your first time through training camp?
It's definitely intense, but it's fun. I mean, it's a whole new experience, and I mean, I'm just happy to be here and just working as hard as I can each day.
Did you have much time off at all since the draft? Have you had any
No,
time?
I haven't really had any time, so it feels like it's just another day in the office. But luckily, a nice scenario here, so it's been fun.
Andy, with Larry and Christian both in the slot, do you feel like you have to show you can move around in order to get on the field?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think the more I'm versatile, the more chances I'll have to get on the field.
Has anything about this process surprised you so far, just since the draft?
Not really. Just it's just football at the end of the day, and we spend a lot of time, so it's just more time, I would say. But this is what I love doing, and it's been fun being around this environment.
That reason where you were a caddy?
Yeah, caddy for 5 years. Yeah.
What was that like?
I liked it at first. I mean, but it got old after a couple years.
Golf expert?
No, it was my aunt dropped me off in the golf course. I didn't even know golf existed. We were like 12, and she said, "You guys are working here. I know the guy." So, and then I remember the guy. My first time, he handed me the bag, and he's like, "Give me my driver," and I was like, I looked at him like he was speaking a foreign language, but I picked up pretty quickly.
Was it like Caddyshack?
Yeah, I was a pretty bad caddy at first, but I mean, I busted my butt caddying, so that's why the guys like taking me as their caddy.
Does caddying help football whatsoever?
I mean, I was hiking up huge hills every day, carrying 2 bags at like 12 years old. So, I mean, maybe yeah, it helped out a little.
A lot of the guys in this team like to golf a lot. Do they know that you used to caddy?
No, so we should probably keep this silent.
Definitely.
Definitely.
Charge them.
Yeah. Yeah.